I, Detective Largo, am the most sought-after detective in the area. The only detective in the area. There isn't a musical mystery that Detective Largo can't solve, though I came close to giving up once. I was alone in my office, doing what I do every Sunday, analyzing some of the most intricate musical works ever composed, mulling over my thoughts while listening to true masters of their musical art. Little did I know that my weekly ritual would be interrupted by the arrival of the city's most well-known socialite, one Lady Cadence. I could tell as soon as she walked in that she had a case for me.
I need your help, Detective Largo, with this problem that I have. What's the problem? I'm having a problem with this one note, but I think I'm doing everything else fine.
I watched as she assembled the alto saxophone, first taking out the bocal and, after ensuring the cork was in good condition, twisting on her mouthpiece. Next, she selected a reed, lightly moistening it in her mouth while sliding her ligature onto the mouthpiece with the screws pointing to the right. Then slipping the reed under the ligature, lining up the tip of the reed with the top edge of the mouthpiece, and gently tightening the screws to hold it in place. Next came the neck strap, which she adjusted to an appropriate length before picking up the rest of the instrument by the bell so as to avoid possible damage to the keys. She securely hooked the neck strap onto the saxophone, before twisting on the bocal and lining it up with the rest of the instrument.
Can you play something for me? Everything seems to be sounding fine. I can play, but that's not the note that I'm having issues with. It's the G sharp. It just makes no sense. The posture is beautiful. The fingerings are so perfect and your embouchure is completely correct. We need to see a specialist.
I knew there was only one person I could take this to, notorious smuggler Al DiCapo. She was known for illegally importing reeds from all over the world. Her tendency was to suck on her reeds without letting them dry properly, causing them to warp, but she knew the mechanics of woodwinds better than anyone else.
What do you want?
Information.
It's gonna cost you 20 big notes. You're 3/4 short.
You got change for a whole note?
What do you want to know?
She can't seem to play her G sharps. The ligature is tightened just right. The reed is at the perfect spot. She doesn't have too little mouthpiece in her mouth, but she doesn't have too much mouthpiece in her mouth either. Her neck strap is perfectly adjusted. Her fingers are in the right spot, and so are her hands, as if she's grabbing a cup. I just don't get it. What's the solution? What's the solution?
6, 7, 8.
A clue?
8.
Cigarette paper? Why would she leave cigarette paper?
Now maybe when Anne will go, maybe Wayne will go,
What does this mean?
maybe Marie.
flip them around.
Well, I guess I'm just not destined to play the saxophone. Time to try a different instrument.
I wish I could say I let go of the mystery as easily as Lady Cadence did, but it was not so. I started searching for clues in the most inane of places, finding nothing. Resorting to questionable measures in the search for what the problem was. I just couldn't understand. I began to lose hope and faith in my detective abilities, eventually giving up on my search altogether until...
Ah, gum. Gum. Sticky. 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 Lady Cadence, I figured it out. Come with me. Stand back. This is a very dangerous procedure.
Sometimes when you play the saxophone, the pads stick, so even if you are using the correct fingerings, the keys don't lift up. While taking the time to swab out your instrument after playing, and regularly rinsing out the mouthpiece and vocal can help prevent this, sticky pads may still occur. Sliding a piece of cigarette rolling paper under the pad and pressing the key firmly can help absorb some of what is causing the key to stick until you next get your instrument serviced.
What was it?
It was a sticky key. Case closed.
Yet another mystery solved, but a detective's work is never done. No! I chipped my reed.